As President Trump makes his Supreme Court timing more clear, there is still much to sort out on Capitol Hill. Our Capitol Hill correspondent Lisa Desjardins joins me now. So, Lisa, take us into the thinking of the Republicans. What are they planning?
A busy day, Judy, and I have to say, in the last 16 hours even, it's clear that most Senate Republicans have moved en masse, as you reported earlier, toward a vote on this Supreme Court nominee. You can get into a discussion of their rationale now versus their rationale in 2016, in some cases very opposite. But I think underlying all of this, it's clear from talking to Senate offices and hearing what senators said today, Republicans see a chance at getting a conservative nominee on this court. They're going to take it, and they're also calculating that they don't think they will suffer too much. They're vulnerable Republicans, hoping this helps them raise energy and money at the polls on Election Day.
So, Lisa, we have not yet heard a clear timeline from the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, but take us through what would the process be in order for them to get this done before Election Day, which is just 6 weeks away.
That's right. Today, McConnell said he will defer to the Senate Judiciary Chairman, Lindsey Graham, to start the process, lay out a beginning of that process. But I think it's important for our viewers to be ready for this next very intense-looking month. And I'm going to lay out a timeline here, and I want to stress, this is just my best guess from talking to sources about what needs to happen and the timeline here. This is not anything that has been formally set in motion, but one possible way this could go. Let's look at a graphic here. First of all, so we get this nomination this weekend, Sunday or Saturday. Let's start with the week after that. In the next 2 weeks, from September 27th to October 10th, that's really a possible timeline to just evaluate the nominee. The nominee would meet with senators, as we've been talking about, produce documents, do all of that research, senators and the nominee alike, getting to know each other. It's not a lot of time. After that is when you see if the next time period, the next 2 weeks in October, seem a possible timeline for committee hearings. That could be 1 week or more, and also a committee vote. Democrats do have some ways of delaying things in that committee, but just by 1 week, and Republicans can overrule them. All of that, Judy, look at this, leads you to the final kind of potential vote in the Senate itself. That is the last week of October, and Judy, that, of course, is also the week before Election Day. So this is an incredibly tight timeline, but as Republican sources who back this idea tell me, it is doable.
And it's also a time when many of these senators have their own races to deal with back in their home states. But quickly, Lisa, what are Democrats thinking about how they handle all this?
This is important. First, Democrats are openly raising the idea that should they gain control of the Senate next year, they could consider all options. And that means when you talk to them behind a kind of off the record or on background, they're talking about perhaps changing the number of seats on the Supreme Court itself so that it changes the balance. They haven't made that decision yet, but it's on the table. They're also raising procedural hurdles already as objections to what Republicans seem to be doing. Today, for example, Judy, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer took a rare tactic and asked for a delay, or actually blocked a hearing with the chief counterintelligence officer in this country. That was an intelligence hearing that was supposed to happen, and Schumer blocked it as a point of objection to how Republicans are handling the Supreme Court nomination. It sounds like, of course, to most people those things aren't related, but Schumer is showing his base that he's willing to throw some punches. Republicans, of course, are furious over that. We will see tomorrow, we expect, an intelligence hearing on election security. It is not clear if Democrats will block that or not. We will be watching very closely.
So many divisions right now at the Capitol. Lisa Desjardins, we thank you.